All right, let's do passage 5. Number 27. Based on the results of the study, which of the suspected mutagens resulted in the greatest number of his positive revertants in a dish? Okay, relax. Again, if you don't know something, some word or reference or a symbol, relax. All we're doing is going to the charts using common sense and picking out answers. So rather than spend any time reading and analyzing this, let's just look at the two graphs they give us and see what we can do. And let's just use common sense to go as fast as we can. It says, which of the suspected mutagens resulted in the greatest number of his plus revertants in a dish? Well, in table 1, there's no number. It just says dish 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's just the number of the dish. And then you have the substances, so that doesn't seem to help. Go to table 2. You have the dishes, 1 through 5, and then you have the number of colonies. And they're asking for the greatest number of revertants. Unless there's something weird going on, why don't we just pick the biggest number in the column, 107, and that corresponds to dish 4. And then you go to dish 4 in the first table, and it says what? Substance N. I'm going to pick that. Okay? Is it right? It seems the obvious thing to do, so I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to assume it's right, and sure enough it is. Now, they could have fooled us somehow and made it an opposite correlation, that the number of colonies being largest would indicate that it was the fewest his revertants, but the science doesn't usually do that. The science is hard enough because it's at the end, you're tired, it's the most time-pressured section of the 4 on the ACT. They're already fooling you by calling it science because it's not really science, and they're also fooling you by getting to sort of trying to lure you into wasting your time studying all the information and charts and graphs closely. So there's a lot of challenges in the science to begin with, so they don't try to trick you very often on top of that. So I would just go, if it seems obvious on the science, it's almost certainly the correct answer. So it looked like the largest number was the obvious answer because they were asking for our largest number of things, so we picked it. Number 28, which dish in the study was intended